Not only do they support it at a rate of 79% to 21%, 8 to 2. Some 67% of people aged 18 to 24, 2/3, agree that, quote, Jews as a class are oppressors and should be treated as oppressors. That's astonishing. The evil of critical race theory, or as we now call it more innocuously, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, the stuff that you hear on campus and at your corporation, it rears its head in all of the ugliest places. Now, we shouldn't be all that shocked by these numbers among young people for this oppressor-oppressed, white people versus everyone else evil binary. The Barack Obama coalition of the supposedly marginalized, which for Democrats always meant racial and sexual minorities, is numerically strongest among young people. Just 52% of 18 to 24-year-olds are white in America. Similarly, about 20% of Generation Zers, disproportionately white, say they're LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign. So if you believe in intersectional ideology, there are a lot of people who fit right into that intersectional ideology. Now, here's the thing. Demographics should not be destiny. Hispanic voters in Florida, for example, are voting increasingly Republican. It shouldn't really matter how many young people in America are white or not white, because they're all individuals, and they should stop thinking stupid crap no matter their ethnicity. But the left's core oppressor-oppressed philosophy is that all that matters is your group identity. If you're a minority, but not a Jew or an Asian seeking to get into college, you are a victim. As the radical left wins ideologically, it's no surprise that group minority identity, a demographically growing piece of the American pie, is driving anti-white hatred in larger numbers, and by proxy, anti-Jewish hatred as well. Because young people have been indoctrinated by 3 generations of this trash, it's becoming part and parcel of the Democratic Party playbook. Right now, there is a battle for the heart and soul of the Democratic Party itself, between the moderate liberals and the radical left. The moderates still think the system can be changed and shaped in order to accommodate the supposedly marginalized, the demands of the people who feel excluded, but they don't actually believe the system ought to be obliterated. The Biden administration is supposedly on this team. They wave their hands a lot at equity, but they don't actually seek to implement it in the ways the radicals would most love, which is why you see the radical left, for example, very angry at Joe Biden these days. The radicals think the moderates are weak and foolish, and they're more than happy to use them as their tools. That's why, for example, the New York Times is suddenly all in favor of free speech, but only when it comes to students chanting for Israel's obliteration. According to the New York Times over the weekend, quote, universities are under tremendous pressure to stamp out anti-Semitism, but some say that is causing fear and curbing free expression. Free speech on campus has never been much of a priority for the New York Times, needless to say.